Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Dad's Expensive Hobby.
What's up?
Today, we're taking a look at the Storm Arena Street Fighter Alpha 3 Dan. I finally got mine in the mail. I know some other people have beat me to the punch, but I got mine from Image Anime, and they are usually ahead of the curve as well, at least in terms of BBTS standards. So he's here, and I gotta say, he is pretty darn good. Spoiler alert, yes, you probably already know, he is almost 100% reused from the Ryu and Ken figures, but that's okay because they are probably the best buck on the market right now, so I have zero complaints about that. But let's dig right into him, starting with his package. It is a typical Storm Arena package, nothing we've ever seen before. Pretty cool little image of Dan down here making a goofy face or whatever. And on the back, I love how they use all the space for nice figure images right there. I really like it. Storm Arena makes a good package. But let's grab Dan here and see how tall he is really quick. To the top of his head, he is exactly 6 inches tall, which will make the figure 15 centimeters. And spoiler alert, he's probably the same height as Ken or Ryu. And speaking of them, here is Ken right here. And look at that, they are the exact same height. I like that a lot. So I don't know if he's supposed to be 5'9" or if he's supposed to be taller than them, but I don't have really a complaint because, like I said, this is the best buck on the market. So they can reuse it as much as they like. And here he is with Ryu. I like that look pretty well. And I think Ryu in one of the games, maybe Ultra Street Fighter 2 or something, has this colored glove. So if you swap the arms out, you'd have a Street Fighter 2 Ryu. Skin tones wouldn't 100% match, but we'll get into that more here in a minute. And here he is with the Alpha 3 Sagat from Storm Arena, and I absolutely love that figure. They look really friggin' awesome right there. And lastly, just another 1/12 scale figure. Here he is with the Jada Toys M Bison, which I like that figure. You know, it's a little bubbly, but still looks pretty good, and that's a cool height comparison for me. But let's dig a little further into Dan. But now for his aesthetic, I mean, this is basically Ken or Ryu with a Dan head on it, so you know it's going to look good because those are beautiful figures. But the Dan head, I guess that looks pretty good. I know I've heard some people complain that it's not 100% accurate. I'm not a Dan connoisseur or anything like that, or historian, so I don't know 100% for sure. It looks fine to me. It doesn't look like Ken and Ryu, so we'll take that. The hair down here, this is pretty cool. This is kind of firm. I would almost say be kind of careful with this little strand of hair right here. You could break that off, but the sculpt of the hair looks good. This is a little more flexible back here, but not that much all at the same time. You could break that off as well. I would go as far as to say. He definitely has a different skin tone than Ken and Ryu. The camera is probably showing it. He's a little more yellow, not in a bad way. It's just, that's just the way that they did this particular color of figure. So that looks pretty cool. And also he has this black undershirt right here. And for the life of me, I can't tell if it's colored plastic that is like a separate piece right here, or to me, it honestly looks more like it's painted on there. And if it is, they did a fantastic job of it. Somewhere here up in the corner somewhere, I will put a picture of him without the gi top on. I don't feel like taking it off on camera. But speaking of the gi, it's the exact same gi as Ken and Ryu. And it's got nice shading through it. Very purposeful. It's not just all over the place. And it makes it look really good. This is kind of, I guess, supposed to be more pink or whatever. In hand, it's got a little bit more of a red tone than pink, but it works because it is definitely a lot different than Ken's, if you can see right there. So overall, I mean, this figure looks really awesome. Nice subtle shading in the muscles, just like the Ken and Ryu. So this is just, it's an absolutely beautiful figure. So let's go over some other stuff about it. Now for accessories, he comes with some cool stuff, and he comes with something new that we have not seen yet. But he comes with 2 different head sculpts. He comes with that serious head on him in the package that I personally think looks pretty decent, and he comes with an open mouth yelling face that looks nice as well. Unfortunately, he didn't come with the goofy face that everybody was wanting, but we'll probably get that in an event exclusive sometime later this year, my guess. He also comes with 8 different hands, 2 fist hands on him in the package, and then a variety of open style pose hands. Nothing we haven't seen before, except for this right here. I don't think we've seen this hand with anybody else. Somebody tell me down in the comments if we have, but it's sculpted and looks nice, and it's pretty cool. And just like all the other Storm Arena stuff, of course, he comes with the bag that has the different stands in it, the one for him and the one for the energy effect. And he has a very unique little energy effect. I'll be honest, at first, I thought it was the same one that came with Ryu, but obviously I was incorrect. correct, and it's pretty nice. It's got the same color scheme, that clear acrylic plastic, that you can see through that fades out in the blue, but this one will actually come apart, and it has a hand inside of it that I think is pretty darn neat. So that gives this figure right here some unique appeal that I like a lot. And for the money, I have to say, Storm Arena again nailed it. This is you can't really ask for more for this price point. Now his articulation, it's going to be exactly just like Ken and Ryu, so we're going to go through it really quick. He's got that Storm Arena neck joint, so he can look down good, and he can look up halfway decent. The hair is not blocking it, that's just the range of motion we get. And of course, it's got that double ball peg on it. I would like to see the peg a little bit longer. I think we would get some more range, and if there was a little more room down here in the meat of the neck, that would give us a little more range, but it's going to do pretty much, anything you're wanting to do, so I like it a lot. Now the shoulders come up above 90 by a degree or two, so I love it. Of course, the full 360. He's got the built-in butterfly right there where the arm will come across the body, so I love it. A little bit of gapping, but the gi right here will hide that, so that's no big deal. And it's black in there, so it's going to be hard to see. Of course, he's got the abdominal break where he'll crunch and lean back, twist, and side to side, all that good stuff. Ball peg down here in the waist that will aid that and do whatever you're looking to do, so I love it. Hips. We know Storm Arena knows how to do hip joints, so there's a full split right there. He's got the drop downs, so his front kicks are pretty decent as well, no complaints. Now this is soft, so the little legs, if I can get his leg oriented back how I want it, will kick back a little bit. The thigh swivel, the double jointed knee, that gives us tons of range, and the proportions are pretty good. The knee joint doesn't look too bad. Now he's got a shin swivel hidden down here nicely by the cuff of his pants. The ankles are kind of a ball hinge, and they'll go all the way down, a little bit up, and it gives us some nice ankle rocker. No peg holes in the bottoms of the feet. And the toe hinge on these figures is not bad. Placement's pretty decent. The stiffness is good enough. A little bit of step right there, if you see that. Not my favorite look, but it's not bad as far as a toe hinge is concerned. So, this body, they've used it for over 3 different figures now, moves very, very well. All right, final thoughts on Dan here from Storm Arena. If you can't tell by watching the video, I love this thing. It's a fantastic figure. Objectively, this thing is as good as the Ken and Ryu, which in my opinion are the 2 best figures on the market. You just can't beat them. They move so good, their paint and their aesthetic and their accessories, you just can't beat them, even though I love Sagat the most, but that's just because he's Sagat and he looks awesome. These 3 figures that right there in the front, they are the best figure on the market. You just can't beat them for the price and what you get and what they can do. So I will give this guy a solid A. Very, very good. Is he my favorite character? No, but he's a fantastic figure, and if you're collecting Storm Arena right now, particularly their Street Fighter line, you have to have him. Pick him up, pick up as many as you can, because once they're gone, as we all know, they will probably be gone. Anyway, like, subscribe, share, comment. This has been Dad with Dad's Expensive Hobby, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.